Hey guys, how do you? Hello, fellow sleepers and those that are thinking about getting the sleep done. This is Sleepy Nicks coming at you, and I wanted to share what's going on. This is just after a week or two. It is now 14 days since my surgery. 14 days this morning. That's kind of late at night. We got busy today, going out and doing things. Get busy. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about what was going on and some things that I missed I didn't talk about before, like um, when I left the hospital, things that they told me, um, basically to take it slow. The first day especially, they gave me like little cups, and I was only supposed to drink 2 ounces of like any fluids, even the protein shakes, every 15 minutes. Just do a little shot, and then I could do ice or popsicles in between. And believe me, if you rush it, you feel it. It hurts, and it still kind of does. I mean, now I can eat. Well, I went from day one, 24 hours. It was just pure liquids, and then it went to um, soft stuff and liquids. So it was like cream soups, and Jello, and things like that. And then week 2, I got to go to chicken deli meat. This week 2 through 4 is chicken deli meat and cottage cheese, and I'm still on the yogurt and all that stuff. I can have vegetables, but they have to be cooked, and no raw fruit, like unless it's canned, which really sucks because I miss bananas. No bananas. Um, so yeah, that's how that's going, and I have to. She asked me. I didn't have to. She asked me to record. I know it's backwards. Record everything in my little notebook, like every day, what I'm eating, and I have. My husband wrote it down for me first because I was too out of it the first couple of days, but so now this is today. My handwriting's horrible, but all the way up to date, what I'm eating. I don't put times down. He did that at first. I was like, no, she just doesn't matter what time you ate it. It's just the fact of what you ate, how much you're getting in, and that's what I do. Okay. I did have my stage of regret for the first week. It was really hard, and I hate to say this. I mean, I'm not my mom. What my mom knows, she was here taking care of me and helping take care of me, and she was cooking these really aromatic dinners, and they were like, you know, breakfast for dinner, and I'm talking like not just eggs, but she made homemade biscuits and gravy and hash browns and all this stuff that I can't have. I could have. I couldn't have eggs yet. No, I couldn't have eggs yet. I was still in liquid stage. The first week's the only time she was here for like 5 days. I'd like to say 4 or 5 days, and she made stuff like that. And, I think pork chops. She fried up pork chops with onions, and she made cheeseburgers. I think. Remember, with French fries, which she deep fried. But she made the kitchen smell so good. It was torture. That's what she did. Homemade fried chicken. So that it was really. I made her promise that when I could have that again and I come visit, she would cook that for me, because I want at least to have one. Not as much. She made like a lot. I just want a little bit. So I went through my regret stage, but now I'm starting to get in okay with it. But I am dealing with it. I went to my post-op appointment, and that was on the 10th. And yeah, that was on the 10th, so 10 days after my surgery, or 9 days after my surgery. I was on the 29th of July. So August 10th. Anyway, that was really quick. I went in and got weighed, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you lost weight." Didn't make a big deal out of it. I was expecting them to go, "Oh wow, you lost a lot of weight." No, no big deal. So he came in and he tested, and he looked at my wounds, and I'll stand up and show you in a little bit. But and they're scanned, and I finally did get some bruising on the incision where they pulled my stomach out, the part of my stomach they excised. So, and then while it was me laid back on the table, and I put a stethoscope on and was listening, and to see listen to my stomach and stuff. And of course he was trying to listen through. My husband was talking to him at the same time, so that was kind of funny. But he said, "You sound fine and you're doing pretty good." And I told him, "Well, I am having problems, and the problem was acid reflux, and really, really bad acid reflux. I'm talking waking up choking on acid. It was bad, and my pillows, I have 3 pillows set up to where I'm elevated a little bit, like 45-degree angle almost, and I just all of a sudden I wake up and I'm gagging and choking on acid, and I'm choking so hard that and this happened 2 nights in a row where I was coughing up blood, and that's not good. So he gave me 2 prescriptions, and one was for a liquid that was supposed to coat my stomach, and then some prescription grade Prilosec, or Nixon. I think it's Prilosec, and that's one a day, and I'm still getting the burning, and I can't get the liquid that he prescribed me because it's $147 after insurance. $147 for this. I mean, it's a big bottle. Big bottle, but I can't afford that. I can't. I don't have the money for that. No, I don't. I wish I could though, because I'm still dealing with the burning, and yeah, and it feels like hunger pains sometimes when it starts. It feels like hunger, and then I realize no, it's not, because it starts to go up my throat and burn, and it comes all the way up here, and it's horrible. So that's what I'm dealing with. Oh, I wanted to show or share what it feels like when you're eating and you get full. And my problem, and I'm still dealing with it, is I'm eating too quickly. Like, my eye is still bigger than my stomach. Like, when I think I can eat is still, much larger than when I can actually eat. So, I put this small amount, and I think it's a very small amount, in this bowl, and I go to eat it. I'm using a baby spoon, but I'm not eating slow enough. And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm feeling okay. And then all of a sudden it's like, and it's like you just ate something that's really big or something that's hard, and you feel it going down, and then it comes right back up, right, and it gets stuck, and you have to just sit there, and it takes 15 minutes, and then about 15 minutes, and it finally starts to go down, but you still feel like it's here, it's right here, it's not going anywhere. So it takes a good 30 minutes before that feels okay, and that's probably why they tell you not to drink after you eat or while you're eating, because it's going to come all back up. You're going to put too much in there. That's good advice. have just, and I am guilty of eating just a little bit of food while I am drinking something. Like, oh, eat this snack or something, and go to drink something. But I have yet to actually throw up, except for those 2 nights I woke up with the acid reflux. I started throwing up acid. Sorry, TMI, but what happened? Wasn't a lot. It was a little bit, but it was still, the heaving and it hurt. I found out I can swim this weekend or take a bath. I like baths. I'm a bath person. I have a big garden tub that I love getting into soaking. Looking forward to that. Still feeling tired a lot. Middle of the day. I'm like looking over, I'll look over in the bedroom and I'll look over at my air conditioning. I have a window unit on top of the house one because if you can tell by my walls, I'm in a mobile home, so it's not cooled very easily. So we have an in-window unit. Anyway, we shut that down, or we turn it down to like 73 when we go to bed. And sometimes in the middle of the day, I'm just looking over at it going, I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to lay down. But I know I can't, because that's how I've always been, unless I'm sick and I'm taking medication. It has to be and taking medication. I usually cannot sleep during the day. So, yeah. Also about the acid reflux, I'm finding that when I've gone out with my husband for outings, we live in the mountains of Georgia, North Georgia, and like today we went to a waterfall, and for the life of me, somehow I cannot remember what it's called again, but it's supposed to be the tallest waterfall in Georgia. So we went and drove there, and it's those winding roads, and it's just like when I have a little bit of stress, or a lot of stress, all of a sudden I just feel that, and it's burning my throat, and I'm like, this is not good again. And I'd only eaten like some string cheese and a slice of chicken meat. Maybe that's why I'm having acid. I'm just not eating enough, or I don't know. And it was awful. And when we finally stopped, it was like, oh, goodness. But I had to go through it on the way home. So same thing happened last time we went out. It was just like, whoa, okay. All right, so getting past all of that, I have lost some weight. I know we're going to go to the boring part. I know the rest of it was just boring. But, I mean, it's informational. So here's the boring part, I guess, or exciting part. Depends on how you look at it. Lost another pound. Well, lost a good couple of pounds. Let's see. Yeah, 230 pounds. On the scale says 230.4 pounds. Surgery weight was 245. Highest weight was 280, but that was when I was in a wheelchair. So yeah, 230.4 pounds. So yeah, that's a loss of 15 pounds. And I lost another 2 inches. I lost, in my thighs and in my arms. And that's something we noticed the other day. I walked in, my husband was getting ready for work. Walked into the kitchen, and I was like looking at my arms, and I'm like, my arms look thinner. They look I mean, you can see where I broke my wrist a lot easier, so I don't know. That's when I was 12. But, I mean, they look thinner. My that used to be really snug, my wedding band, and now it just, it's almost, it's kind of loose. It moves around. If I shake my hand, I can feel it. But my arms are thinner, and my legs are losing inches. And I said, I'm starting to feel like a minion.
Hello.
Because the column is not changing. It's not losing anything. But, I lost an inch the last time I weighed. I said, yeah, I lost 1 inch, but since then it's been the same in my bust and in my waist and in my hips. It's all the same. My husband says I gained like half an inch in my hips. He helped me measure myself. But I was like, I don't know, that better be my butt growing, so I can lose the hips and get a booty for once. I got a flat booty. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like a minion. And that's how that's going. Anyway, I told you that I would show you my tummy, and I will do that. Not looking forward to it, but let me scoot back here and stand up. You can see. There it is. There's this one, this one. It's a little bruised. And then this one's where they pulled the excised stomach out. There's this one, and then the middle one down here. And that's the most scabby looking one. And it's kind of warm. The rest of my stomach's all nice and cool. These are this one and this one right here actually very warm. Like this all it's trying to heal. So the itchiness has passed, thankfully. I had a issue with my steri strips. I was getting all broke out around there, and I asked some of my friends in my support group, and I was like, this is happening, and it's not just the normal healing itching. This is like itching, and I'm breaking out. And one of them was a registered nurse, and she said, I'm a surgical nurse, and we usually tell our patients to go ahead and take them off after a week because wet steri strips are like a breeding ground for bacteria. And I said, yeah. I was like, well, I can take a shower later and maybe easily take it off and just real gently. And she's like, yeah. And I already decided I was going to do it, start, trying to take them off. And then I noticed the shirt I was wearing had spots on it. And I checked, and I was leaking through my steri strips on my big incisions. And I was like, okay, that's strange. So, and kind of gross. So, time to go ahead and take them off. So I did, and I used Band-Aids to, I cleaned them up. I used Safeguard soap, and I had like some surgical soap from when I've had surgery before on my hand, and they gave that to me for it. So I used that, and I washed up and put Band-Aids on and stuff. And that was for a couple of days until it stopped doing the leaking thing, and then I just took them off. And all better now. A couple of days ago, I was still itching, so I would wear like a kind of a snug tank top to bed underneath my sleeping shirt, so that if I started to scratch, I couldn't really scratch myself without my shirt, my tank top moving. And if it moves too much, then I get uncomfortable when I wake up. So it's kind of like a security alarm for my incisions. No touching. So yeah, that worked pretty good for a couple days. And now I don't have the itchiness problem anymore. So yeah, just 2 weeks out. and did a lot of walking today. First time doing a ton of walking, and I'm exhausted, and I feel like I overdid it. I might have. I started to have a pain near my one large incision, like somebody was taking a needle and stabbing me. And recently had to have a shot in my stomach, so I know how that feels, and that's how it felt. So, but I'm okay now. I'm just really tired. I wanted to get this video done for you guys and get it uploaded and everything. So, I hope that I didn't bore you to death. I hope I was at least mildly entertaining. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you later.